Alright traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're going to dive deeper into understanding price action inside of a trading range. We're going to talk about how to navigate trading ranges. Now trading ranges, they cause a lot of trouble, especially to developing traders, because the way trade ranges goes against the common sense. Most traders, when they are thinking about selling, it looks like the market is too bullish. When traders are thinking about buying, it looks like the market is way too bearish. This is where your common sense is working against you, and you need to fully trust price action rules to be able to trade trading ranges properly. Now, this would be the structure I would see when it comes to today's session. Now, this black line divides yesterday's session or previous day session with today's session, and I can see first low amount of bars. Now, we have for the most part flat EMA, sideways price action, but there is slight bullish bias. But because there is so few bars on the chart, I'm mainly treating this as a trading range overall. For this reason, my goal as a trader is to identify the low of the day support and high of the day resistance, because as a trader, you want to buy low, sell high, and fade breakouts. So right now I can see that I have clear visual to like a pullback. This is how price action moves. You want to train your eyes to see these visual to like a pullbacks, and we have a fell breakout. I think it's a little bit too early to fade the breakout just yet, given the fact we had quite bullish bias and the trading range is just getting established. Okay, so I would like to wait a little bit more. Now, when I was watching this live, I had lower high. There's no lower high now, only matching highs. But when I was watching this live, I had a tick higher, reversal down, and a lower high confirmation setup of the failed breakout, which makes this scenario much better, because at this point the lower high is confirming that this is a failed breakout. There's room to get to the EMA, and for this reason I'm going to mark it only if you were trading today live and you saw that you had a lower high that looked like this. I unfortunately had to close my chart and open it again, and now there is no lower high. Okay, so price action is working lower. So now I'm going to redraw down to working lower. There is no failed second entry long. There is no break below neither one of these bars. By the time I get a failed second entry long, I cannot sell below bullish bar. And I cannot sell now below this big bear bar because it is too congested. 5 bars stacked congestion. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be patient now. I cannot sell. I'm just going to sit. And right now, I don't really like to be selling because we push back above EMA. But I don't want to be buying going long directly into this resistance. Okay, remember, in trading ranges, you expect sellers to be selling at this resistance and buyers to be buying at the support. So you have to be careful buying into resistance and selling into support. Price action continues working lower. So I can see that we have break and a new extreme. Now we have another second entry short, but it formed horrible, too much congestion, and there was no clear trend. So I have to right now reassess, okay, there was probably a channel like this. Not uncommon. When you have matching highs at the resistance, the secondary push is going to create a brand new trend. Now, as I'm watching a structure like this, as a trader, I can trade in the middle of the trading range, but I want to have clear proven trend. When I don't have a clear proven trend, I generally want to avoid trading in the middle of the trading range, especially if it's too choppy and too sideways. Your best bet is to wait for setups at these extremes, or if you have proven trend inside of a trading range, that is okay. Right now I can see the trend played out with the break new extreme, so I cannot be selling. So I pretty much just have to wait for price action to develop. Remember, not every single candle offers you a setup. Your goal is to wait for a high probability setup. I don't like really going long just yet because I have first leg up, break, second leg up. 2 broad legs up, and the channel like this would be too broad. So I like to be more patient here. Feels a little bit too early to be buying given the fact that it could have been a break and a new extreme for the initial tight channel. Okay, market continues working lower. So I'm just going to navigate the price action, trying to follow the channels. I have a break and I have a new extreme, and this is important. Notice what is happening. I can see that we have first leg down, break, second leg down. So visual 2 leg a pullback. If I'm going to scroll back, you can see clearly a healthy trend range. Okay, there is no imbalance, which means you expect for breakouts to fail, and we have a failed breakout. So what's going through your mind is something similar as here, but this time we have proven trend range. Here the trend range was just getting established. So we have a failed breakout, and this is actually a decent setup Notice how much room you have to the EMA, and this is exactly what you want to see because the price action will not stay too far from the EMA, especially in trading ranges when you're at these extremes. This is a great setup, fell breakout. You can see how counterintuitive it is. You have to be buying against this entire momentum, but those are the trading range rules that you need to follow to make money. Now, shortly after, the bulls offer the high-low confirmation setup. Now, this high-low is straight into EMA. You generally prefer high-low to form a little bit like this lower high, where it is close to the failed breakout. You have still room to the EMA. It's quite big. You don't know if there's going to be resistance here, but more advanced trader can consider this big high-low. But next time you see this, it will be much better had it form a little bit lower, so you have room to scalp out and ride the bullish momentum again. I cannot take a failed second entry short because it is just way too big, closing too high up, so I cannot take it. We have a break new extreme of the short-term channel. Now, I don't want to be selling way above EMA. EMA is getting in the middle of these bars, no clear bias. We have a tempting second entry long, but we have so much congestion, EMA exactly in the middle of these bars. So I'm just waiting, and we can see that the channel was actually wider. Now, it doesn't fit that well here. You can see there's quite empty room, but when you're drawing channels after failed breakout, you expect stronger channel, wider channel, okay? Just like here, and just like here. Problem is when you're watching this live, really the tighter one makes more sense. So this is the channel you would draw first. It's definitely reasonable, and according to price action rules, to expect wider channel when you are drawing channels that go after a failed breakout. Okay, you draw tighter channels when you expect the channel to be just correction part of the main channel. Okay, now we have another two-leg up pullback. You can see first leg up, break, second leg up. This is how price action is designed to move. It may not be visible to you at the very first glance, but only after a few months of trading, your eyes will be fully trained to spot these two-leg up pullbacks without you drawing them. And the channel created new extreme. Once again, we're bouncing at the resistance. So your brain is probably thinking, okay, we're going to go higher, but price action rules tell you that you expect sellers to come into the market. Now, this trade has a decent bar. You know, room to the EMA is great, and it looks like a two broad legs. You know, it's not a bad setup. You know, bounce at these highs in ranges you want to sell high. It would be much better if there was a lower high, can we get confirmation setup, and we cannot. And market completely plummeted lower. By the time we get lower high, it's just way too late. There's not even a trigger lower, but even had there been a trigger, you can't take. You have micro double bottom, which resets the count. Now, we have a failed second entry long, new high, first entry long, second entry long failure. What do you think? Can we take? Not really, because we have pushed so far down. I don't like these weird looking failed second entry longs. It mainly behaves as a first entry long because normally you will get, you know, something like this. First entry long, second entry long failure. New high, first entry long, second entry long failure. When you have pushed down, your first entry long and a failed second entry long is higher than the lower high. That's a bad sign. Okay, when I see failed second entry long higher than the lower high, that's a bad sign. I'm treating this mainly as a first entry short. If I want to sell, I would need second entry short, which there was no second entry short. Market continues working higher, so this area is a little bit confusing because the downtrend doesn't fully have new extreme. Now we have this uptrend working higher. I was thinking possible second entry long for new high, but as we broke below EMA, I have to stop thinking about second entry long because we're below EMA. Okay, EMA is not holding, and we continue working lower, and eventually market continues grinding lower. So I have to adapt. Now, it is not uncommon in trading ranges to sometimes not get new extreme because the momentum is just so strong at the top or at the bottom. So just adapt. And you can see how patient you have to be. You can trade in the middle of the trend range, of course, but you want proven and clean trend, and you want clean setup without congestion. Okay, if you have, let's say, clear uptrend and a great second entry long, by all means take it. But if you're unsure, if you're switching bias every single time, every 2 minutes, you know, that tells you that the structure is unclear. So wait for price action to get to extremes, monitor the momentum and the imbalance. Okay, we have overshoot, which can generate strong momentum in the opposite direction. So right now we have stronger pullback. If we're going to break below EMA, we expect new low for the downtrend. Okay, we expect new low according to trend line rule. Can we get lower high? By the time we get lower high, we're this far down. We're almost about to reach new low, so we can't take. It needed to form around this area. Okay, we can see market created the new extreme, so I'm going to mark my new low. And we have another failed breakout. Now I'm going to zoom back and let you analyze the structure. Do you think the structure is bullish enough for us to go long? Well, if you're a developing trader, it may seem similar to what happened here, but this momentum seems way too bearish, doesn't it? It looks like there's almost a brand new trend being present. However, I don't like cherry picking. If you took this setup right here, I can see why. Just to try it, to ride it, back to the EMA, failed breakout, decent signal bar. You know, the risk, actually the ATR is low, so the bar is only 125, but quite hard to explain. But you can see that you have lower highs here, and this push down almost looks like a brand new downtrend on its own. Here you have two broad legs, you know, so here it looked like clear to like a pullback. Here it looks way more bearish, especially this push down, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. It looks more like a controlled trend rather than spike down. You like these spike downs to failed breakouts. So this ended up failing if you took it, but hopefully this cleared. It's a little bit too bearish, and now it's going to be important. And now you push way too far down, so you're pausing your longs. You need to see push above EMA and a failed second entry short because it is way too bearish now. So right now, because notice this push down is lower than this, and this is not what is supposed to be happening. This is way too bearish now, so you're going to observe how this scale is going to react. Are we going to break lower or go higher? And because we're breaking lower, and this is way too bearish, I'm going to redraw why the downtrend, because we keep pushing lower, and I need to identify the channel, understand the fact, why are we pushing lower? This transforms a breakout pullback. Once this support transforms into resistance, structure turned bearish. Breakout, pullback, price action gives you all the information you need. We have another overshoot, and this time this is clearly overshoot because it is one-time volatile spike, almost 90 degree, far away from the EMA. This is overshoot, so we expect stronger momentum in opposite direction. I'm going to redraw short-term uptrend to make sure I respect the strong momentum in opposite direction. Just like here, it broke the channel before it got new low. Okay, so you break new extreme of this correction. How does the correction look? As a clear to like a pullback. Not so clear, but actually it is there. So this is good. So we have lower high, but it is doji bar. Don't like really selling this, especially after overshoot. Can we get some for second entry long? We can, but it's above EMA. Bullish bar. So I can't sell that either. Now, can we get a... And now we have second entry short. New low. First entry short. Pull back, second entry short. And this is good. It visually looks like a full second entry long. Still continuation. And micro wise, first entry short, pull back, second entry short. And why are we thinking bearish? Because this downtrend is expected after overshoot to get new extreme. And this is a great high probability setup. I'm going to mark it. Second entry short. Below EMA, which is exactly what you would like to see. Okay, market created new low barely. As it reversed, you have a new low first entry short, and you don't actually get a failed second entry short. Now I have to adapt to wide the channel like this. Okay, clear channel. So right now what's going through your mind? Second entry long at the EMA. Okay, we'll pull back. We have first entry long. I want to see second entry long at the EMA, but market already created new extreme, so that's a bummer. No way for us to go long. You generally like these channels. These are really good channels to trade. When the uptrend is so clear and strong, there's a big chance there's going to be second entry long without a confusion and conflicting belief. So I have a break new high. So right now I'm pausing, looking to go long. We had another pullback here that worked, but I just had a break in new extreme, so I just got to be careful here. Now this was way too bullish. EMA held again, and you can see there's some small support. So it looks more like a spike into consolidation, into trend range. I don't really want to be selling just yet. This was super bullish. This is the first time we're below EMA since this trend started, so I'm just being patient. No trade zone, congestion, no trade zone. We have a failed breakout, but you know, the trend played out. So even though there's a failed breakout, what if we are about to reverse? So I'm just gonna be patient. Okay, and now we actually have high low, and this is good. Price action is back above the support, break lower, strong reversal, great signal bar, great high low. Now, okay, I can already see that this is way too late, so I'm gonna mark it only based on education perspective, because you don't want to be trading this late, and now it's getting way too late. But the clue here, it's confirming the failed breakout, you're back above the support, back above the EMA, and a great signal bar. This is the overall structure that we traded today. We start with the trading range, very healthy trading range. You can see no imbalance. Now make sure you follow the channels. Don't make the channels super broad and super wide, because it will only confuse you, and you can get trapped going long or short way too late while the market has already pivoted and changed its course. So always make sure you don't listen to your common sense. Here we had a nice breakout pullback, a little bit of a downtrend, and we actually ended up rallying back to the upside. So I hope you had a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.